So they say that abs are made in the kitchen, but I think a more accurate statement is abs are made in the gym and revealed in the kitchen, because like any other muscle group, your abs will respond to growth if you properly train them. But how much of a visible difference would training your abs actually make at a lower body fat percentage like myself? Well, I wanted to test that. For the next 30 days, I'm gonna be training my abs every single day with a combination of weighted as well as body weight exercises to see how prominent my abs actually get. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's check the weights today. I'm gonna try my hardest in 30 days to maintain the same exact weight I am today. 133.2 and 8.9% body fat. Decent, pretty lean. Well, let's go to the gym to actually show what I'm gonna be doing across the 30 days. All right, y'all, so we're at the gym right now. Let me take you guys through what I'm gonna be doing for the next 30 days. Now, keep in mind, I haven't really been training my abs consistently since like New Year's when I was in Thailand. So regardless of what I do, I should theoretically see some sort of hypertrophy gains if I'm like pushing myself hard enough, especially considering if I'm training abs every single day. But in order to try to optimize routine for maximizing ab growth, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be doing a weighted ab exercise on one day and then body weight exercise on the next day in order to kind of reduce the likelihood of fatigue. And on top of that, on every single day, I'm gonna be incorporating one straight ab exercise where I'm focusing on spinal flexion. So this motion here, as well as a second exercise, which is gonna be a more twisting motion type of ab exercise that you will see. So with that in mind, let me show you guys what I have in store for today. Now it's our weighted ab day, so we're gonna be doing a weighted ab crunch. Key thing for this is to make sure you're not using your hips like here. Instead, again, focus on purely spinal flexion here. What's up the weight? Now the abs in general are a muscle that tend to recover pretty quickly. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to fail around like the 8 rep range to try to minimize fatigue, because I can understand that training abs every day can be kind of crazy. I used to do it, but I used to do like purely body weight exercises. So I'm kind of curious how I'm gonna be doing from a fatigue perspective. Ooh, all right. So you might be wondering, training abs every day, is that really a good idea? Well, some evidence shows that the abs in general tend to recover a little bit quicker than, let's say, more taxing muscle groups such as like the chest. The way that I'm gonna be trying to minimize fatigue is I'm gonna keep the volume relatively low on a daily basis. So I'm only doing 4 sets in total. And for my weighted ab exercises, I'm gonna try to stay within like the under 8 rep range. So that should help me theoretically minimize fatigue a little bit, because I'm not getting so many reps in. All right, set number 2. Here we go. All right, we're at like 6.5 reps. Area of opportunity to progressive overload over the next few weeks. So we finished with the weighted ab crunch. Let's do a more twisting ab exercise. I wanted to do a hanging twisting leg raise where I basically raise in this side to side motion here. But I think while this looks cool, we can do better than that from a stability standpoint. So instead, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna use this captain's chair down here, get more stability so I'm not like rocking around and I'm not limited by my grip. But also, instead of a leg raise like here, I'm gonna be doing a chin tuck, which theoretically should be a little bit easier, but because it's easier, I can probably control the eccentric a little better. I mean, overall, I'm just gonna be more in control, and there's gonna be less hip flexor involvement in here. So I'm kind of tired. I haven't trained my abs like this in a while. Let's go. Oh, I couldn't even get to 10 total. Yeah, definitely don't have no business doing a hanging leg raise right now. I'm gonna do one more set. Try to get another 8, so 4 on each side. It's difficult, guys. It's actually really difficult. A quick tip when it comes to abs, I like to think of 3 different types of ab exercises. So there's either the top down ab exercise, think of like a toe touch or the weighted ab crunch where you're trying to focus on bringing your chest to touch your belly button. And then there's the reverse, which is the down up ab exercise where you're trying to get generally your pelvis to touch your chest instead. So the movement comes from below rather than from above. And then there's your like transverse type of ab exercise where like you're involving twisting motions and stuff like that. Think of like, you know, pocket pickers. Whew. All right, there we go. That was the ab exercise day 1. Let's move on to day 2. All right, guys, it is now day 30 of training abs every single day. Surprisingly, my abs are not too sore, but at first glance, I feel like they look a little bit more prominent. But we're not gonna jump to conclusions just yet. Now, abs are a muscle that tend to recover pretty quickly, so I think the lower volume I'm doing on a daily basis is allowing me to not get overly sore. There were a couple days where after going to failure with weighted ab crunches, I was a little bit fatigued the next day, but usually it subsides after that body weight day. But with that said, let's check the weight to make sure everything's about equal and I'm not like super outwardly lean or something. Okay, so stepping on the scale, last time on day 1, I was 133.2 pounds, 8.9% body fat, 133.6 at 8.9% body fat. So body fat percentage is roughly the same according to the scale. I'm a little bit heavier, I'm 0.4 pounds heavier than usual. So if my abs are more prominent, that is a really good sign that it's not from me being any leaner, since I'm technically even heavier than I was in day 1. But there's only one way to find out. Let's head to the gym, get our ab workout done real quick, and then let's do the final pose. All right, y'all, so we made it to the gym. I'm gonna hit this cable ab crunch for the last time, and then I'm gonna start posing. So let's hit this. I think in the beginning, I only got like 5 to 6 reps at this weight, so hopefully I can do more now. Ooh, I got 9. That was good. That's some good progression right there. But now here comes the important part. Does my abs actually visually look different now? Let's go see. Okay, so I'm looking at the physique differences right now, and to be completely honest, I think I more or less look the same. Maybe my abs look marginally better on the right, but for the most part, I don't think I can tell a very significant difference for sure. But I will say, I feel like even in non-perfect lighting conditions, my abs look a little bit more prominent now than they did back in day 1. But maybe that's just coping because I was literally training abs every single day. But also maybe the time frame just wasn't long enough, right? 30 days is obviously not a big amount of time to build some muscle. So, you know, hint, maybe I should do another video in like a year of me just training abs every single day. But I guess the big thing you can take away from this is lowering your body fat percentage is probably the #1 thing you can do to actually see your abs. Training your abs definitely comes secondary. But with that in mind, the challenge continues. I'll check back with you in maybe perhaps a month or a couple months. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Perhaps join me in this challenge of training abs every single day. Literally takes like 3 minutes out of your day. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos to level up your physique. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.